Cue equals waking up. Craving equals feeling alert. Action equals drinking coffee. Reward equals feeling alert. The four steps of the habit loop combine to form a neurological feedback loop. This loop is cue, craving, response, reward. Ultimately, this loop allows you to create and reinforce automatic habits. The more you practice this habit loop with any particular habit, the more it will become automatic. Clear provides 4 laws that describe the way you can start building habit loops. First law, make it obvious. To take advantage of habit loops to build good habits, you want to make the cues obvious. For bad habits, you want to make the cues invisible or remove them. Suppose you want to get better at playing the guitar. In this case, you need an obvious cue that acts as a reminder to play the guitar. For example, you could put the guitar in the middle of the living room so that your brain is triggered more often. Another excellent way to introduce new cues is by creating a habit stack. Habit stacking is simply the act of adding habits before and after each other. Remember that your brain creates strong neurological connections to support regular habits. You can use those connections by tying a new habit to an established one. This could mean putting on workout clothes directly after taking off your work shoes, or meditating for a minute right after pouring your first cup of coffee. How to form good habits. The more pride you have in a particular aspect of your identity, the more motivated you will be to maintain the habits associated with it. If you're proud of how your hair looks, you'll develop all sorts of habits to care for and maintain it. If you're proud of the size of your biceps, you'll make sure you never skip an upper body workout. If you're proud of the scarves you knit, you'll be more likely to spend hours knitting each week. Once your pride gets involved, you'll fight tooth and nail to maintain your habits. James Clear. Certain stimuli can trigger habitual behavior. Once you understand that, you can use this knowledge to form good habits. Number 1, encourage better habits by changing your environment. Create cues that are as obvious as possible, and you'll be more likely to respond to them. For example, suppose you want to eat healthier snacks. You could leave these healthy snacks out on the shelf rather than hiding them in the salad drawer. Number 2, use implementation intentions. Implementation intentions are specific plans about the time and place you will perform your new habit. Don't make vague statements like, "I will eat better." Instead, create a clear plan of action and set out when and where you will carry out the habit you want to cultivate. Number 3, build temptation. Humans are motivated by the anticipation of reward. Our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone, not only when we do pleasurable things, but also when we anticipate them. Note that establishing attractive habits will help you stick to them. Link the habit you want to form, but are not enjoying, with a behavior that you're drawn to. For example, allow yourself to watch episodes of your favorite show while you're cycling at the gym. Number 4, make the habit as easy to adopt as possible. Reduce friction for good habits and increase friction for bad habits. Number 5, use the 2-minute rule. Make any new activity feel manageable by only committing to 2 minutes of it. This is a way to build easily achievable habits, leading you on to more extraordinary achievements. Getting started is the most critical step. Number 6, establish habits that are immediately satisfying. When you're pursuing habits with a delayed return, try to attach immediate gratification to them. How to keep your habits on track. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. No single instance will transform your beliefs, but as the votes build up, so does the evidence of your new identity. James Clear. Option 1, habit tracker. Habit trackers help ensure you maintain the daily behaviors required to feed a habit. For example, use a calendar or diary to create a habit tracker. Cross off every day that you manage to stick to your good habit. What's more, habit tracking itself is an attractive and satisfying habit. This is why habit tracking is so effective. Option 2, contract. Develop a habit contract that imposes negative consequences if you fail to stay on track. Try to involve other people. Simply knowing that someone is watching can be a powerful incentive to keep going. Second law, make it attractive. Next, to make a habit stick, you must get regular positive feedback from this habit. An efficient way to develop this positive feedback is to use temptation bundling. Temptation bundling relies on unenjoyable activities becoming enjoyable through their connection with your favorite things, such as watching TV and exercising. You're more likely to find a behavior attractive if you get to do one of your favorite things simultaneously. The second method to make the craving more attractive is joining a culture where your desired behavior is normalized. For example, if you want to become well-read, you could join a book club. Joining this club will hold you accountable, and you will likely find reading more fun than doing it alone. Similarly, if you want to break bad habits, you'll want to join a culture that doesn't endorse your bad habits. You also want to leave cultures where your bad habits are normalized. Suppose you want to quit smoking. In that case, it might be advisable to stop spending time with people who are habitual smokers. Third law, make it easy. Conventional wisdom holds that motivation is the key to changing a habit. If we want to change badly enough, we will change. Yet the relationship between motivation and changing habits is a bit more complicated than this. To be more specific, human behavior follows the law of the least effort. We naturally gravitate toward the option that requires the least amount of work. You can use this to your advantage by creating an environment where doing the right thing is as easy as possible. To create this environment, you should reduce the friction associated with positive behaviors. For example, if you want to get fit, you could join a gym that's on your route to work. You can also get your gym bag organized and ready the night before. For unhealthy behaviors, you should increase the friction. If you want to watch less television, only turn it on when you ensure you can say out loud the name of the program you want to watch. This creates friction and will stop mindless viewing and switching channels just to see what's on. Fourth law, make it satisfying. Habits don't often provide the instant gratification of results. That's why it can be hard for us to pick up new habits. We characterize the beginning of a new habit as sacrifice without any rewards. If you start going to the gym a few times a week, nothing will change physically at first. Instead, it takes months to discover genuine results. So to make your new habit stick, figure out a way to give yourself an immediate reward. One technique you could use when the reward is long-term is to set up a loyalty system for yourself. For example, imagine you want to give up alcohol. On its own, there's no satisfaction in merely abstaining. But suppose you transfer $25 to your holiday bank account every week you go without alcohol. In that case, you'll be immediately rewarding yourself for your new habit. Advanced tactics. The 3 layers of behavior change. In order to understand how to change our behavior, Clear introduces the 3 layers of behavior change: outcomes, processes, and identity. Outcomes, the outer layer, are the results of an action or group of actions. Processes are what you do to achieve those results. Finally, your identity, the innermost layer, is about what you believe. When people set out to improve themselves, they first think about the outcome they want and then think about the process. But it's hard to change your habits if you don't change the underlying beliefs or identity that led to your previous behaviors. You might create a habit as a result of increased motivation. In the end, you won't maintain this habit unless it becomes part of your identity. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. No individual action will transform your beliefs overnight. The evidence of your new identity grows as your positive actions build up. Here's a simple 2-step process for change. Number 1, be the type of person you want to be. Number 2, prove your identity to yourself with little wins and small atomic habits. Final summary. Atomic Habits challenges the view that setting multiple goals is the key to success. Instead, James Clear recommends developing systems that help you create habits that will increase your chances of success. The simplest system to implement is one that helps you get 1% better every day. Clear suggests you can get 1% better by breaking your bad habits and sticking to good ones, avoiding the common mistakes most people make when changing habits, overcoming a lack of motivation and willpower, developing a stronger identity and believing in yourself, making time for new habits, designing your environment to make success easier, making tiny, easy changes that deliver big results, getting back on track when you get off course, learning how to put these ideas into practice in real life. On top of this, you can start building habit loops by adopting Clear's 4 laws. Number 1, make it obvious. Number 2, make it attractive. Number 3, make it easy. Number 4, make it satisfying. Did you like this audiobook summary? Click the like button now to support our channel. If you don't want to miss out on new free audiobook summaries, subscribe and click the bell button. You can also download our free app and enjoy thousands of other summaries of best-selling nonfiction books that are available in text, audio, and animated formats. Story Shots has been featured by Apple, Google, and The Guardian as one of the world's best reading and learning apps. Go to getstoryshots.com and download the app today.